That is so sad. People believe that more money equates to better conditions. Ask the people who live in those communities and they will tell you that's not the case. There's certain things that the President of the United States can do. There's certain things that a governor can do, a mayor can do, a member of Congress. But at the top of the list, and this is my message, I tell people, you know, we've got to have some solutions in case the cavalry doesn't come.
North Korea remains a significant threat today, and the fact that we've continued to see them testing those missiles means that we need to be on alert. We need to be incredibly focused, and we need to be placing pressure on North Korea in a strategic way. It is not maximum pressure today. We've still stopped short of targeting many of the Chinese banks that are directly responsible for laundering money for the North Korean regime, so we should hold them responsible.
I fear that this is going to be the new normal. I think that even if some kind of trade deal is reached, that it's quite possible that we are going to be looking at a permanent 10% tariffs across the board for a long time to come.
So when you have these senior government officials who are deeply involved in this aggression and violence, it really is kind of a joke for them to protest their innocence and that the United States is being heavy-handed in imposing these sanctions. So apparently the only thing the Iranians really respond to is not diplomatic overtures and economic integration, but the threat or the use of violence. And so they're getting a dose of their own medicine in this kind of full court press approach by the Trump administration.
In some ways, I think the administration, put the cart in front of the horse because, they're focusing on the sanctions. What we really need to be focusing on is the international cooperation to continue to isolate and pressure the regime.
While some people are saying this 10% extra tax is small compared to the 25% that was threatened, those people are completely out of touch with the lives of the average American. 10% is huge. Even if only half of that cost gets passed on to consumers, you're looking at a 5% increase in the sales tax. Yeah. That's double sales tax in most states.
And first is the question of whether universal background checks could have prevented any of these atrocities from happening. And the answer is no. We know that most mass public shooters, they didn't have a disqualifying history to begin with. So by expanding background checks, okay, well, now they're just going to continue to pass background checks. So it's not getting at the heart of the problem.